All right, good morning, everyone. Happy Wednesday. Hope you guys are having a good week. We're halfway through it. We're making progress, right? Moving forward. So hope you guys are having a good one. I'm going to go ahead and share the quote with you today. It says, happiness is not something ready made, it comes from your own actions. Happiness is not something ready made, it comes from your own actions. And I just think this is a good reminder that, happiness, and it might sound trite or cliche, but it's not something you can buy. It's not something that comes nicely packaged. It's maybe not even something that's nicely defined, right? So, what is happiness for you? It's going to be different from person to person. And I like this quote that it says it comes from your own actions because that puts you a little bit more in control of the things that you can do and the perspective you can have on your environment, on the world around you, right? And what makes you happy. Is it going to be a mansion with $1 million, or is it going to be your one bedroom apartment that is cozy and comfortable and you love your neighborhood? So really being able to define your own happiness and put those actions into your own hands and not necessarily control it, right? Because there's plenty outside of us that we're unable to control, but we can shift our perspective. We can follow it up with actions that follow that perspective, right? And so I think this gives us a little bit more of that control to really say, hey, you know what? Maybe it doesn't say happiness on the box or it's not labeled happiness, but that's what happiness is to me. So I like this one. It's definitely up for interpretation, but I just think it's a good reminder that happiness comes from within. It comes from within your own internal power, and it's something that you can create and you can cultivate, right? Instead of waiting for someone else to hand it to you or to bring it to you. So that's where we're at today, at least for me, and part of cultivating happiness and bringing joy to my day is these stretches, right? The mindfulness. So getting my body to move, giving my mind a mental reset. And maybe it's different for you. Maybe it's going for a walk or reading a book or cooking or hanging out with loved ones, right? Those are all the little actions that we can take to cultivate and somewhat control our own level of happiness. So hopefully, you guys are able to do that throughout the day and throughout your week. And we'll go ahead and do our part here. Continue with the stretches. We'll do our morning mindfulness as always, and we will get this Wednesday started. So thanks for joining along, you guys, and we'll get going. All right. As always, go ahead, come to that starting position. We are going to have our feet flat on the floor, knees bent, hips heavy, rooted, grounding into the surface beneath you. Feel your spine get a little longer, sit up a little taller. Allow the shoulders to relax down the back here. And then we'll start, as we always do, with 3 deep breaths. So I invite you to close your eyes here as we inhale through the nose. Pull the breath in. Open mouth, exhale, let the breath go. Inhale through the nose, belly fills, chest expands. Exhale, open mouth, let it all go. Last one, deep breath in. And a slow breath out. Awesome job, you guys. Go ahead, blink your eyes back open. Come on back into the space that you're in, and we will get going. So as always, we'll start with our legs, our lower extremities here. Go ahead and bring them straight out in front of you as best as you can. And then we'll start by pointing and flexing the feet here. Right, so drawing the toes away from the body and then back towards, away and towards, and just keep it moving. Awesome. Starting to get the blood flowing, get the energy stirring. And as always, keep in mind that if you are unable to see physical motion in the body, that's okay. I invite you to close your eyes, continue to try to do the motion, and then see if you can watch as your body moves energetically. Right? So even there, not defining happiness, whether you're doing the motion or not, but what are you cultivating from within? Awesome job, you guys. All right, keep those legs straight out in front of you. But go ahead and rest the heels down onto the floor. And then we're going to keep our feet flexed. So drawing those toes in towards the body. Lengthen through the spine here as you take a breath in. And then exhale, reach in the direction of your toes. And you want to try and keep that spine nice and long, chest gently lifting as you reach down towards your feet. Good. And then just start to notice. Notice what you feel in your calves, your hamstrings. Just allowing yourself to sink into the stretch. Continue moving the breath as you feel the muscles soften. Just allowing this stretch to be easy. Gently feeling into your body here. Nice job, you guys. Take another nice breath in. And exhale, slowly, slowly. Come on back up to seated. Awesome work, you guys. Go ahead, bring your feet flat to the surface again. Knees bent here, and let's take a breath to reset. We'll inhale through the nose, pull the breath in. Open mouth, exhale, let the breath go. Awesome work. All right, let's go ahead and get into our hip adductors. So that's the inner thighs here. And we're going to do that just by drawing the knees in opposite directions, right? So you can use the muscles of the legs and the hips to pull the knees away from one another. Or if available, you can utilize your hands or maybe a forearm just to add a little extra pressure, gently opening up the stretch here. Good, and just feeling into what's best in your body in this moment. And then also maybe noticing where you're holding on to any extra tension, right? Maybe your shoulders are hyped or your jaw is clenched. Try to soften and release with every breath out. Sinking into the stretch a little more. Nice job, you guys. You're doing great. Go ahead, take another breath in. And then exhale, slowly come back. Draw those knees in towards center. Once more, sit up nice and tall. And let's take a breath to reset. Inhale through the nose. Open mouth, exhale, let it go. Awesome work, you guys. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and get into the back of our hips, working into the piriformis, the glute muscles, everything right under our seat. So from your starting position, have your feet flat, hips heavy, sit up nice and tall as you take a deep breath in, and then we'll start with our right knee, gently drawing that up into our torso here, giving it a gentle squeeze into the body. Good, and then start to notice, what do you feel on the back side of the right hip, bringing your awareness to those muscles. You can always stay here, or you have the option of crossing the leg over the opposite one. And just notice, did that change the sensation? Is it more or less comfortable? Just being aware, making adjustments as you need, and continuing to breathe. Good. Softly in, softly out with the breath. Nice job, you guys. Take a nice inhale here, and then exhale, slowly release, let it go. Awesome work. Let's go ahead and switch sides. So we'll sit up nice and tall once more, take a breath in, and then we'll switch to the left leg. Once again, drawing that knee up into your body, gently squeezing into the torso. Then start to notice, what do you feel on the left side? What kind of sensations are coming up for you? And you can always stay here, or you have the option of crossing over the opposite leg. And then then once again, noticing, what does the sensation feel like? Is it different? Is it the same? Maybe there's a lack of sensation. Maybe it's different from left to right. That's okay. No right or wrong answers here. Just giving yourself the time and space to breathe and to feel. Good. Take another soft breath in. And then exhale, slowly release. Let that go. Awesome work, you guys. Let's go ahead and take a breath to reset. Inhale through the nose. Open mouth, exhale, let it go. Great, great work, you guys. Okay, we're all done with the legs, so let's go ahead and move into the trunk, stretching out the spine, the core, and all the muscles that surround it. So once again, we'll come to our starting position. Feet flat, knees bent, hips heavy. Sit up nice and tall as you breathe in. Feel everything lengthen through the crown of your head. And then as you exhale, gently, gently twist over to the right here. Good. Now your hands can go wherever they feel comfortable for you, maybe on the side of your leg or the chair. Whatever's best in your body, creating stability and leverage. And then just ease into the stretch. Maybe bringing the gaze over the right shoulder. Continuing to lengthen, sitting up nice and tall as you breathe in. And gently deepen the stretch as you breathe out. Nice job, you guys. Continue moving the breath slow and steady. Good. Take another inhale here. And exhale, unwind. Awesome work, you guys. Let's go ahead and switch sides. So once more, sit up nice and tall. Feel a lot of length through the whole spine from hips to head. Take a breath in. And then exhale, gently twist over to the left this time. Good. Again, taking the hand grip of your choice, wherever it feels most comfortable. Continue sitting up nice and tall as you breathe in, creating space and length. And then as you breathe out, gently moving into the space created. Maybe the gaze comes over the left shoulder. Just feeling a gentle ringing of the spine here. Nice job, you guys. Take another breath in. And exhale, slowly, slowly release. Come on back. Awesome work, you guys. You're doing so good. Let's go ahead and take a breath here to reset. Inhale through the nose. Open mouth, exhale, let it go. Awesome work. All right, now we're going to keep our legs exactly where they're at. So they're heavy, rooting down towards the floor. And then we're going to start to stretch into our low back, our lumbar spine. So just allow yourself to round over, bringing your hands down towards the floor. And just allowing your spine to melt over, letting the weight of gravity gently lengthen and stretch all the muscles in the spine here. Now, if it feels good, you can release your head down towards the floor. Just getting a little bit more stretch in the back of the neck as well as the upper back here. If there's any compression or any restriction of airflow, just come up a little bit. You can even place your hands right here or the elbows right on your knees, wherever's comfortable for you. And then continue breathing. Noticing what sensations are coming in the muscles, maybe what thoughts are popping in your mind. And just trying to release, trying to soften with every breath. Nice job, you guys. Take another inhale here. And then as you exhale, slowly, slowly, come on back up towards seated. Awesome work. Give yourself a minute here to reset. Let the blood pressure settle. Let everything stabilize. Bring your spine back in line. Go ahead, take a soft breath in and a soft breath out. Awesome work, you guys. All right, so we just stretched out the back of our body. Now we're going to open up the front here. So a couple options. We always want to come back to that starting position. So legs are still heavy, rooting towards the floor. Sit up nice and tall, and then start by squeezing your shoulder blades together, pulling them towards one another along the back side of the body. You should notice a gentle broadening across the front of your chest here. Good. And then a couple other options depending on the height of your chair back. You can either take your spine up and over. My chair back's a little higher, so I'm just going to push my shoulders right into it and then get an arc through the back of my body here so that my low belly, my rib cage, my chest, everything gently pulls forward. Good. And then I want to lift the chin slightly. Make sure you don't restrict any blood flow or crank the neck back too far. And then you have the option of opening the arms to either side here. Good. Further broadening the chest and really feeling into all the muscles on the front of the body here. With every breath in, expanding through the abdomen and the pecs, all the tissues around the throat. Just let everything broaden and fill up with air as you inhale. And then watch as everything softens and relaxes as you exhale. Nice job, you guys. A couple more, just like that. Soft breath in and a smooth breath out. Nice work, you guys. Take another inhale here. And as you exhale, slowly, slowly, come on up towards seated. Awesome work. You guys did so good. Let's take a breath here to reset. Inhale through the nose. Open mouth, exhale, let it go. Great job. All right, let's go ahead and move into our arms, our upper extremity stretches. So lower half of the body is rooted, stable, grounding towards the floor. Sit up nice and tall here. We're going to start with flexion at the shoulder. So that's taking this arm bone up and away from the body here. Now you always have a couple options with the hands. If you want, or if you're able to, I recommend getting your fingers in between one another and gripping in that way. That's just going to allow the fingers to open up, get a little bit more range in the palm. Of course, you can always take a variation on that grip by taking a cupped grip, so clasping the hands over one another. You can also use the strength of one arm to assist and support the other arm up. And then, of course, you always have the option of just raising one arm. So wherever you're at, breathe into it, honor your body, and maybe have a little fun with it too. So, okay, come back to that starting position. Take the hand grip of your choice. Take a nice deep breath in, and then slowly begin to lift those arms up, maybe over your head, maybe in the direction of the ceiling. Good. Breathing into any sensations that are coming up. Noticing if there's any pain or any forcing, just back off a little bit. Continuing to move the breath smooth and steady. And this is always a great pose to really be aware. Can you push yourself a little further, or do you actually need to back off a little bit? Right? Everyone's going to be a little bit different here, just adjusting to how your body shows up today and honoring that. Continue moving the breath softly in and softly out. Awesome job, you guys. On your next inhale, if it feels okay, maybe gently lift those arms a little higher. If you're feeling like you can stretch a little more, explore how far you can go. And then as you exhale, slowly, 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 bring those arms back down. Good. And it's really important to release those arms nice and slow. You don't want any jarring in the joints or any quick movements that might tense the shoulders up anymore. So nice job, you guys. Let's take a breath here to reset. Inhale through the nose. Open mouth, exhale, let it go. Awesome. All right, we're going to get into our scapular glides. So that's movement at the shoulder blades. I'm going to turn to the side so I can show you guys. Now, if you have a table or a flat surface in front of you, I always recommend to use that. That's going to give a little bit more support here in the hands, the arms, and essentially the shoulders. If you don't, like me, you can pretend. You can always take a cupped grip or a clasped grip here to support one arm as well. And then what we're trying to do is just gently draw those shoulders away from one another, right? So kind of like we were squeezing our shoulder blades together before, you can feel that drawing them towards midline and then do the opposite, pulling them away from one another, right? And wrapping those shoulder blades around the rib cage. And as you do that, gently slide your arms up and away so that you're pulling your shoulder blades up and around the rib cage. Awesome job, you guys. Keep the breath moving. And you can continue to even move them a little bit back and forth here. It's just a small motion, but that way you can feel the difference. And just try to bring awareness to your back body, watching as those shoulder blades gently glide around your body. Nice job, you guys. Take another deep breath in. And exhale, slowly come back, let it go. Awesome work, you guys. Let's go ahead and take a breath to reset. Inhale through the nose. Open mouth, exhale, let it go. Nice work. Okay, we're going to go ahead and get into stretching the back side of our arms here. So again, coming to that starting position, legs are heavy, rooting down, spine is long, lengthening up. Take a nice deep breath in, and we'll start with the right arm. So reaching it up and across the body here. And a couple options, right? This is option number one, just reaching across midline, reaching that hand away from your torso. Option number two, you can lightly grab a hold of this opposite shoulder and just give it a gentle tug. Notice what you feel on the back side of the right arm. And then option number three, if available, using your left hand to come in and support that arm across the body, right? So just giving it a nice gentle hug, squeezing that arm in, and then continuing to move the breath, right? Noticing if there's any forcing or any pain. If there is, just back off a little bit. We're trying to ease the tension, let go of any holding. Nice work, you guys. Take another deep breath in here. And exhale, slowly release, let it go. Awesome work, you guys. You're doing so good. We'll go ahead and switch sides. So once again, sit up nice and tall. Take a breath in. And then bring the left arm up and across. Good. So again, a couple options. This is option number one. Just reaching those fingers away from you, crossing midline here. Option number two, you can grab a hold of that opposite shoulder, little support, but then also give it a gentle tug and notice what you feel on the back side of the left arm. Good. And then option number three, if available, using your free hand to gently squeeze that arm across the body. Good. Just giving it a nice, easy hug in towards your torso. And then returning to the breath, noticing what you feel, noticing the sensations that come up. Awesome job, you guys. Continue moving the breath, smooth and steady, honoring your body in this moment. Awesome job. Go ahead, take another inhale. And exhale, slowly release, let it go. Awesome work, you guys. Let's go ahead and take a breath to reset. Inhale through the nose. Open mouth, exhale, let it go. Great work. All right, you guys, we are all done with the arms, and we're going to go ahead and finish off with some stretches in the neck. So once again, come to your starting position, feet flat, hips heavy, spine nice and long. Feel the top of your head reach up towards the ceiling as you take a breath in. And then as you exhale, gently drop the right ear over to the right shoulder. Good. And then just see if you can begin to let go. Soften the shoulders. Maybe relax the eyes, perhaps even closing them. Allowing the weight of the head to pour over towards the floor as you breathe into the left side of the neck. Watching and feeling as the muscles and the spine begin to soften. Feeling as the neck muscles softly stretch away from one another. Just letting go a little bit more and more with every breath out. Nice job, you guys. Continue moving the breath here. Take another soft inhale. And as you exhale, slowly come back through center. Awesome job. Let's go ahead and switch sides. So once again, sit up nice and tall. Take a deep breath in. And exhale this time. Bring the left ear to the left shoulder. Good. Once again, letting go as it feels comfortable. Maybe closing the eyes or softening the gaze. Allowing the shoulders to relax and release down your back. And then just breathing. Breathing as your head gently pours over towards the left as you breathe into the muscles on the right side of the neck. Noticing what you feel. Noticing what sensations come up. Maybe even noticing a lack of sensation. No right or wrong here. Just simply allowing yourself to observe. Nice job, you guys. Keep the breath moving, smooth and steady. And as you're ready, take another soft breath in. And as you exhale, gently dropping the chin down towards the chest. Good. And then begin to make small circles with the head and the neck. Watching and feeling as the stretch moves through all corners of the cervical spine. Switching directions when you're ready. Continuing to move slowly, mindfully. And just giving yourself the chance to observe. Watching as the sensation moves around the neck and the upper shoulders. And just breathing into it. As you're ready, come on back through center. Sit up nice and tall once more. Go ahead, bring your head back in line with your spine. Relax your shoulders down and we'll return to our starting position. Feet flat, knees bent, hips heavy. Feel your spine long, sit up nice and tall. And we'll finish just as we started with 3 deep breaths. I invite you to close the eyes here as you inhale through the nose. Pull the breath in. Open mouth, exhale, let the breath go. Inhale through the nose, pull the breath in. Exhale, open mouth, let it all go. Last one, deep breath in. And a slow breath out. Awesome job, you guys. As you're ready, blink those eyes back open. Come on back into the space that you're in. And that ends our stretches for today. So thank you guys so much for joining for that portion. We will go ahead and get set up for mindfulness. So if you give me a second, I'll get us all set up and I'll be with you in just a moment. Thanks. All right, you guys. Let's go ahead and get all of this ready and adjusted. Get the timer set up. Cool. All right. Whew, a little sip of the tea to replenish and get ready for mindfulness. Okay, you guys. So, how you doing? Everyone doing okay out there? I hope so. Hopefully, you're having a good Wednesday. We are going to do the body scan again. So I like to keep our mindfulness practices the same for one full week, just to really allow you guys to kind of practice with it, right? If you've never done it before, or even if you've done it a million times, every time you show up can be a little different. So if we're able to do it for 5 full days in a row, that's going to give us the opportunity to see how we feel as we show up a little bit differently every day. And that's normal, right? Maybe we slept funny. Maybe we got a lot of sleep. Maybe there's something going on in our personal lives, or obviously there's plenty going on in the world around us. Um, Maybe there's no reason and you just feel a little different today. You feel a little off. That's okay. It's why it's called a practice, right? And truthfully, every time we show up to any situation in our lives, it's always a little different, right? We will never be in the exact same place or the exact same space or mindset every single time. It's just not possible. So, showing up to a mindfulness practice, showing up to the same technically practice, but coming from a different space is a really good way to get used to that, right? Maybe it feels familiar one day, and then maybe it feels really weird and strange the next day. And just noticing it, right? Not trying to fix or change, just allowing yourself to be and arrive as you are in that moment. So, yeah, that's what we're going to continue with today. I've been talking a little bit about what mindfulness is this week, and I'll go ahead and repeat the definition again. So it says a simple definition of mindfulness is the capacity to pay relaxed, open hearted, non judgmental attention to what is happening right now in the present moment. And so we're going to incorporate that into our body scan. So, what this is we will come to a comfortable position, maybe seated, maybe lying down, however you want to be today. And then I will guide you through bringing awareness to various parts of the body. We'll start down at the feet, we'll end up at the head, and we're just trying to focus our attention on those parts in that moment without any judgment, without any attempt to fix it or try to change it. We're simply trying to show up, let it be, whatever it is, and observe it, acknowledge it, right? And there's no action that needs to follow. Um, and also, there's no expectations to uphold. So, again, if this is your first time or your 50th time or your 500th time, just let it be what it is. It doesn't need to look or feel a certain way. And yeah, just let it be what it is. So, I invite you to simply show up. Like I said, I will guide you guys through this whole process. You will hear a starting bell. That's just going to indicate our time has begun. And then I will guide you through it as well as out of it. So all I ask is that you come to a nice, comfortable position. Try to start to relax and let go. Always easier said than done. But maybe take a couple of deep breaths here. Good. Just starting to soften. Inhale, take a nice cleansing breath. Exhale, let it all go. Awesome job, you guys. A few more, just like that. Another breath in and a soft breath out. I invite you for the next several minutes to allow yourself to simply show up. Just arrive as you are in your entirety, perfect just the way you are. And allow yourself to be. If you haven't already, I invite you to close your eyes. Close your eyes, or at least soften the gaze, allowing the attention and your focus to turn inward. Giving yourself permission to let go. Let go of any thoughts or distractions or interruptions. And then let yourself focus on right here, right now. With your eyes closed, see if you can see yourself. Visualizing, imagining, using the mind's eye, however you describe it. Allow yourself to observe yourself from head to toe, relaxed and comfortable. Feeling the weight of your body as it melts down towards the earth. Acknowledging your entire being, physical and energetic, fully complete. Take a soft breath in, and a soft breath out. As you're ready, bringing all of your awareness and your attention down into your feet. Sensing them, feeling them, observing them with eyes still closed. Feeling all 10 toes, the sole of your foot, the top of your foot, wrapping all the way back to the heel of your foot. From ankle down to toes. What do you feel? What do you sense? Do you notice pressure or touch, maybe temperature, maybe even an internal sensation? Feeling the energy of your veins and your arteries, nervous system. What do you feel? What shows up in your feet? Take a soft breath in and a soft breath out. As you're ready, draw your awareness up out of your feet, crossing over the ankles, and coming into the lower half of your legs. Feeling the shins and the calves, feeling just beneath the knee and above the ankles and everything in between. Wrapping your awareness around the circumference of the calves, from inside to out and outside back in. What do you sense? And what do you notice? Maybe you feel the touch of your pant legs. Or the temperature of the room. notice the difference from left to right? There's no right or wrong here. It's just noticing how it is in your body in this moment. Take a soft breath in, and then a soft breath out. Continuing to move up the legs, crossing over the knees, coming into the thighs, feeling the top of your thighs, quadricep muscles, and into the back of the thighs, the hamstring muscles, feeling your inner thighs and your outer thighs, wrapping all the way around from your kneecaps up to your hips. Be feeling the weight of your bones inside your legs. Or feeling the touch of your pants on top of your skin. Perhaps you can feel the seat or the surface beneath your legs. Or feel the heaviness of your hands as they rest on your lap. Simply observe, simply notice. Take a soft breath in, and a soft breath out. Traveling up out of the thighs, allow your awareness to move into your pelvis, feeling into your hip sockets, wrapping around the front and the back, feeling into your glute muscles, your low, deep belly muscles, feeling the pelvic floor and all the bones in between. What can you feel? What can you sense? Can you bring awareness to the muscles of the pelvic floor? Can you feel the touch of the chair beneath your seat? Maybe you feel the gentle pressure of your waistband on the pants. Maybe you notice the difference from left to right. Feeling deep into your bones, deep into the pelvic bowl. Exuding awareness from inside out. Take a soft breath in, and then a soft breath out. If you notice your mind has wandered at any part or any point of this, that's okay. Minds are meant to think, they're meant to process. So notice, see where it went, acknowledge it, and then bring it back. Draw your attention back inside, into your physical body. And as you're ready, bring that awareness into the lower half of your trunk. Feeling into your low belly, around the belly button, into your back, your lumbar spine. Feeling your spine from the tailbone up to the base of the ribs. Maybe sensing your internal organs here. Noticing the rumbling of your digestive system. What do you feel? What sensations appear? What can you notice? Wrapping your awareness around the circumference of your low belly and low back, side to side. Take a soft breath in, and a soft breath out. Continuing to move up your trunk. Feel the awareness travel up to the spine, from the base of the rib cage to the top of the back. Feeling your pec muscles in front, your shoulder blades behind. Feel your heart beating inside your rib cage, and then noticing as your rib cage broadens in all directions with the breath in, and then softens with the breath out. Feeling in between each rib, wrapping awareness around every vertebra. Sensing your entire rib cage, your entire upper trunk here. Breathing into the thoracic region. Noticing from outside in and inside out. Take a soft breath in. And then a soft breath out. As you're ready, draw that awareness up out of the trunk and into the arms. Feeling into the shoulders, the upper arm bones, wrapping the awareness around the biceps and the triceps, all the way down to the elbow. Feel the weight of your arms as they hang heavy from your shoulder girdle. Maybe noticing the difference from right to left, top to bottom. Can you notice the distinction between your shoulder joint and your elbow joint? Can you sense your bones inside of your muscles and all the tissues in between? Take a soft breath in and then a soft breath out. Continuing to move down the arms, crossing over the elbow joint, feeling into the forearms. From your elbow to your wrists and everything in between. Notice the muscles and the bones, the arteries and the veins and your nerves deep within. Maybe you feel the sensation of your shirt on the top of the skin. Just feeling into your forearms. Noticing what shows up. Take a soft breath in and a soft breath out. As you're ready, drawing your awareness down from the forearms, crossing over the wrists and coming into the hands and the fingers. Feeling the palms and the back of the hands, wrapping awareness around each of your fingers, in between, top to bottom, front to back. If your hands are resting on your lap, can you feel the touch of your lap below? Or maybe the sensation of temperature. Maybe you notice the difference from side to side. Feeling sensation in one hand, but not the other. That's okay. Simply notice, observe without judgment. Just allow it to be. Take a soft breath in. And then a soft breath out. As you're ready, draw your awareness up out of your hands, back up the arms, and coming in towards midline, right at the neck. Feeling into the cervical spine from the tops of your shoulders to the base of your head. Wrapping awareness all the way around from front to back, side to side. Maybe feeling the touch of your collar or the sensation of breath from within. Maybe you feel the throat muscles as you swallow. Perhaps you notice the weight of the head as it rests on your strong neck muscles. Just noticing, just observing, without trying to change or fix. Take a soft breath in, then a soft breath out. As you're ready, draw your awareness up out of your neck and into your skull, feeling around the entire circumference of your head, from the base of your occiput, wrapping around the ears, feeling into the facial muscles of the mouth and the jaw, the nose and the eyes, sensing your forehead, coming up to the hairline and washing back down, back to the base of the skull. Noticing the energy of the brain from within. Sensing the neural activity, sensing the power of your brain. All as it rests gently inside your skull. From inside to out, outside back in, sensing your head as it sits in space in this moment. Soft breath in, and then a soft breath out. Once again, take a soft breath in, and a soft breath out. If you wish, as you're ready, allowing your awareness to wash over the entire length of your body, from the top of your head all the way down to the tips of your toes. Awareness wrapping around your skull, in and out of your neck, around your shoulders, down your arms, into your hands and fingers. Washing through your chest and your low belly, down the length of your back. Coming into your hips and your pelvis, down the legs, washing over the knees, into the shins and calves, crossing over the ankles, coming into the feet and out your toes. Feel your whole body wrapped up in awareness, allowing yourself to sense your entire being as you are in this moment. Physical and energetic. Many parts, all connected. Sensing your completeness. Sensing your entire being. Take a soft breath in and a soft breath out. Acknowledging you as you are, sensing your whole self from the top to the bottom, front to back, side to side, inside to out. Take another soft breath in, and then a soft breath out. If you wish to stay here, observing your being, observing yourself, by all means, please do so. Otherwise, as you're ready, when you're ready, softly blink the eyes back open. Come on back into the space that you're in. And just allow yourself a few moments to be, to sense, to simply notice. Maybe watching internally, even though your eyes are open again. Just letting yourself be aware in this space, in this time. As always, thank you guys so much for showing up, honoring yourselves, honoring your body, honoring your mind, giving yourself the time and space for a little reset. I always appreciate the opportunity to connect with you guys and share this practice. We will be back here again tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock for mindfulness. If you want a little bit of a pick-me-up and a change of pace, we're still offering our afternoon class at 1:30, focusing a little bit more on strength and endurance. Still just trying to move the body, move the breath, and energize ourselves. So whether you join for that or I see you again tomorrow morning, either way, I hope you have a wonderful day. Continue to take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and always remember that happiness is not something ready-made. It comes from your own actions. You're in charge. You're in the driver's seat. Have a wonderful one, and we'll see you again next time. Thank you guys so much.